What's up, this is the Crypto Harvest, where you and I can harvest as much crypto as possible. So I want to tell you guys about VPNs and the importance of VPNs. Now, there are some ICOs out there that won't allow United States participants to participate in the ICOs because of regulations, and you know how the United States is cracking down on it, especially with the new tax plan that they rolled out, saying that crypto to crypto is no longer considered like kind, and now each transaction is taxable. I mean, you already know where this is going, folks. And long story short, you're gonna need a VPN at the end of the day because, for example, token pay. Let's say you wanted to participate in this ICO, and if let's say you feel that you'll have an advantage by participating early, and then before token pay gets onto the exchanges, you'll have a good price point for whatever you believe the token will be, right? So let's say you're going to register an account, right? If we look over here, part of the terms and conditions says, I certify I'm not a citizen or resident of the United States. I understand that participation in this token sale as a citizen or resident of the United States or any of the aforementioned territories is not permitted by token pay. So that's Guam, the Mariana Islands, Virgin Islands, etc. Right? So let's say you were in any of these places, then you would not be able to participate in this ICO. So what you can do is then get a VPN. Now, I personally like NordVPN. NordVPN, this is what I use. You can use any VPN you want. I like NordVPN because they're honestly overall one of the best, and they have a nice selection of countries that you can choose from. Today I decided I wanted to be in Canada, and it's just fun. It's just fun. VPNs are pretty fun, and they also keep you protected because let's say if you wanted to be, it's not as anonymous as like a Tor network or anything like that, and Tor doesn't necessarily keep you secure, but that's another video in and of itself. Essentially what a VPN does, it allows you to just kind of be wherever you want to be, but not like putting yourself directly out there. That's what a VPN allows you to do. So another example of an ICO is Envision. That, like, if we look at here, and if you wanted to participate in this one, if we look in their legal section, securities regulations in the United States, we follow Rule 506 of Regulation D, Section 4A of the U.S. Securities Act, which securities can be distributed to accredited investors with a net worth of $1 million USD or a certain level of income. Classification as an accredited investor requires written confirmation from a tax advisor or chartered accountant. Now, the level of bullshit that is out of this world, and I mean, man, I could go on a whole rant about that. Austrian residents can only invest amounts greater than $125,000. That's crazy. German resident investors are not permitted to make investments in EVN tokens. Basically, my take on it is that the government wants to keep us poor. That's the only reason why that somebody with $1 million would be the only person to be able to invest in it. Like, why do I have to be an accredited investor? Why can't I just invest in whatever the fuck I want to invest in? That's such bullshit. Like, oh man, like it just, I don't want to go too much off on a tangent because I'm talking about VPNs and I can get really passionate about this subject. So I'm just gonna go forward and maintain the topic of this video. All right, so VPN. So let me show you the one that I use. It's NordVPN. Let's see. Here we go. So this is the one I use, NordVPN. If you're interested in it, I'll have a link in the description. And what's cool about it is, like I said earlier, you also have protections over certain layers and protocols. So for example, HTTPS is a security protocol, which means that if you're sending and receiving information, nobody can just a man in the middle, for example, like let's say you're connected over a Wi-Fi network, right? A public Wi-Fi, and you're sending and receiving information. The information that's being sent and received to this website won't be able to be seen by somebody that can that's won't be able to be seen by anybody else connected to the network. Okay, and now it's a very basic understanding, because technically there are other ways to see other people who aren't necessarily protected, but that's another topic for another video. And what a VPN also does is, let's say this was an unprotected website, right, where it just said HTTP but not HTTPS. If you had a VPN, it will sheath you in an HTTPS protocol, so whenever you send information, it won't be able to be seen by somebody that is trying to peek into your credit card information. Or if you're copy and pasting your private keys into a website like My Ether Wallet, they won't. Well, My Ether Wallet is secure, but all I'm saying is that nobody will be able to see the packets of information that you're sending, and they won't be able to monitor it or see whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm gonna show you guys something pretty cool and interesting. So let's say we go to google.com, right? Right now, Google thinks that I am in Canada, right? So let's just look up skyscraper, right? Let's look skyscrapers. So, it's just showing me skyscraper stuff and whatnot, right? So we're gonna go connect to Hong Kong, right? And I don't know how long this is gonna, it won't take long, but hopefully that you don't hear a huge sound and it'll like make you deaf. Hopefully it won't make you deaf. Okay, so now we are in Hong Kong. All right, so now we're just gonna go to Google again, and wait, see, that's google.ca. Okay, so let's see. Actually, let's just go to Google directly. All right, and as you can see, we're now in Hong Kong. Check that out. So now if we look up skyscraper here, look at that. Now we get Chinese results, because, well, we're not in the United States anymore. We're in a whole another country. So one of the things that you also should do whenever you get or whenever you're on a VPN, you want to check to see if your IP is leaking. So let's say we go to ipleak.net. It should pretty much tell you if your IP is leaking. And let's see, Hong Kong Central and Western District, and it's checking to see if there's any IP leaking right now. And let's see, that's one server and 9 tests pending, etc, etc, etc. So it's just doing its test. So now, if you were to see, now this is the IP address that you're supposed to see, right? The 209.58.184.199. Let's see, map 209.58.184.199. 209. Yeah, that's not a 5. 209. There we go. So as you can see, that we are connected to the proper IP, because, well, that's what a VPN is supposed to do. So it's great. You don't have to be in any particular country. Now, obviously, for most ICOs, you also wouldn't want to be in Hong Kong, because you might have a bad time. But point is, you get the chance to participate in things that you want to do. You also get an extra layer of protection. And also, guys, let me tell you something. You may think those free VPNs out there are great, because there's a lot of free VPNs, but I highly advise that you don't get a free VPN, because you don't know what they're doing in their network servers, okay? Remember, any place that you go to where you get free information, you're the product, okay? So if they're saying, hey, come over here, use our VPNs, everything's great, everything's fine, right? How are they maintaining the network? Maybe they're taking that information that you're sending them and sending it to other people who don't really have your best interest in mind. Who knows? I don't know. I would never use a free VPN. That's crazy. I'm not sending all my internet traffic to some random network that just watches everything that I do. Nah, I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good. Like, I'll pay the $80 for every 2 years. That's nothing. That's nothing to me. It's just $80 is just nothing. I refuse. Okay, I'm not gonna risk myself. I risk my whole everything just because of some free VPN service. Like, free VPNs just scare the shit out of me. Like, that's crazy. I don't know who would be just nuts to use a free VPN. So, well, that's pretty much it. This is a video about VPNs, and I did go on a bit of a tangent with the government for a bit, but there you have it. That's what VPNs are for. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, just let me know in the comments. If you didn't like it, let me know in the comments. Well, I hope you guys got something out of this video that you can use for your own personal use, and it enhances your life and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video.